T-Fast analysis.
Well, you talk about these two teams, and when you look at Claxton, stat sheet stuffing is what he does. He can rake it and take it, excellent ball skills, and there you see him looking off the defender and right to the roughly done. For Florida, it's about the defensive end of the floor. Kavarius Hayes doing a nice job being active, moving his feet, getting the steal, and they want to turn turnovers into points, and Kayvon Allen able to do just that. We'll see a lot of threes in this one today.
We'll see if they drop. That's the big problem. The Gators and the Dogs from Athens coming up next. CBS Sports College basketball coverage is sponsored by Axe. Sonic. This is how you Sonic. And by AT&T. More for your thing. That's our thing.
The new Axe Ice Chill is here. So whoa, 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 liking machine? Cool down and lower your skin temperature by 11 degrees with the new Axe Ice Chill body spray. Because you know, you're hotter when you chill.
What do we got?
Keep an eye on that branch. Might get windy. Have a good shift.
Fire pit, last use 0600. I'd stay close. Morning.
Get ready to switch.
Protected by Flo. Should say protected by Alan and Jamie.
Right?
Should it?
When you bundle home and auto, you get more than just savings. You get round-the-clock protection.
The unknown beyond the horizon. That was once our frontier. But today, a new frontier has risen. And this is the vehicle crafted to conquer it. Introducing the first of its kind Lexus UX and UX F Sport. Also available in hybrid all-wheel drive. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Gary, I am proud of you, my man. Making simple, smart cashback choices. With Quicksilver from Capital One, you're earning unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. Like on that new laptop. Quicksilver keeps things simple, Gary. And smart, like you. And I like that.
I guess I am pretty smart.
Don't let that go to your head, Gary. What's in your wallet?
This is the best chili I've ever had.
I'll be the judge of that. Hearty chunks of beef, bold seasonings, winner!
I just want to thank everyone.
I don't like the way that's gone to your head.
Sonic's new Hearty Chili Bowl. Here, but not for long. And try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
These two teams have been getting together for 95 years. This is the 218th meeting between the Florida Gators and the Georgia Bulldogs. This one at Stegeman Coliseum in Athens as the lights come up. The lineups have been introduced. Let's show them to you right now. 3 freshmen in the starting lineup for Florida today. Keontae Johnson gets his first start. A shakeup for Georgia as well. Jordan Harris starting in the backcourt for the Dogs instead of Turtle Jackson. Tom Crean, his first year as the head coach at Georgia, trying to put things together with a group of guys that for the most part were Mark Fox's recruits. On the other side, Mike White, his 4th year, 78-44 at Florida, his 8th year overall as head coach. And he's a little baffled by some of the things this year, and we mentioned in the open, Clark, he thought offense would be no problem, defense would be an issue. Kind of flipped around on it.
It has flipped on him, and he's hoping that his seniors will find their stride here today, particularly Jalen Hudson. Kayvon Allen has recently picked up his pace of play.
Teddy Valentine, KB Burdett Jr., and Josue Nieves are our officials. Great feel in this building right now for a noon tip-off.
It sure is. I really think every on-campus facility, Brad, should be between 10 and 15,000 seats for college basketball because it's the right size, and the intimacy and intensity is really ramped up when you're in these kinds of venues and they're full.
This building was active last night, too, sold out for the women's gymnastics, but now it's sold out for SEC basketball, and here we go. And it's Andrew Nembhard at the point. The freshman As I said, 1 of 3 starting today, along with Noah Locke and Deontay Johnson. Here's Kayvon Allen.
Georgia will do a lot of switching on the ball screens. There you see it. And it makes it tough to penetrate when you've got the ball and you've been switched on.
Especially with the length Georgia has. Here's a fadeaway over Obede. 3-pointer no good and a foul on the rebound.
And I think it was Hammonds, Brad. Nice job by Kevarius Hayes to carve out some space and get his hand on that offensive rebound.
Rayshawn Hammonds, the leading scorer for Georgia, picks up the first foul, so a fresh shot clock and a new possession for the Gators. Noah Locke, freshman out of Baltimore. On the dribble, working against Hammonds. And kick knocked out of bounds by Keyshawn Hightower.
Well, on this first defensive possession, one of the things Tom Crean talked about yesterday in the shoot-around, we will be tough defending the ball. So far, so good.
And with that kick, well, they don't call it a kickball. They reset it to 20. Now they drop it back to 17. So it went off his hand. And Florida in front of the Georgia bench brings it in. Allen's got an opening. He'll take it. Missed the 3. Rebound comes off Obede. Georgia looking to run through traffic, and that's been a problem for them this year. They almost turned it over. It comes free to Claxton. Harris making his first start today. Here's the first shot. Hammonds with the left hand, no good. Allen the rebound. Nembhard, nice feed inside and a collision underneath. Foul is going to be on Jordan Harris.
Nice look ahead here by Nembhard. He does such a really good job finding teammates. And there you see the trip by Harris as Hayes almost had an easy one at the rim. Georgia with this small lineup of Florida's is going to have to be able to guard the ball effectively with some big guys.
Nembhard had a nice drive, had it blocked by Obede.
Yeah, good recovery by Obede.
Yep.
Because he got beat. Nembhard got his shoulders by, but the length and the pursuit allowed Obede to get it out of there. But this small lineup of Florida really looks to penetrate and pitch. So that means when you're playing 2 big guys, one of them is going to have to defend a smaller, quicker offensive player.
Georgia's first official turnover as Claxton lost it out of bounds.
And Brad, you're right. Georgia's had an issue turning the ball over. Plus, yeah, -5 is what their number is in terms of turnover margin.
They average about 16 a game, which is 329th in the country. That's not good. And that feed inside, Florida gives it right back to him. Harris with Kayvon Allen on his shoulder. Hammonds' 3 is short. Neither team can find the basket so far.
That's been an issue in SEC play, both shooting under 40% from the floor.
Another good feed inside, and that's an easy one for Hayes.
Nice rim run that time by Kevarius Hayes. And Nembhard will find you if you get open.
Harris has to wait for help, and I thought he was going to throw that into the backcourt. Georgia without a true point guard. That's been their issue.
And that means Claxton will handle the ball quite a bit. And he's capable, but he's not a point guard.
There's not a lot of Ben Simmons out there, but he is 6'11".
You got that right.
Here's a pull-up 3. I think they got a hand on that one. Comes free, back out. And Harris off the mark from 3-point land. They shot 27 against Kentucky on Tuesday night. And only hit 4. And Florida throws it away. I don't know if we've gone, well, we do have 1 field goal. I was going to say, I don't know if you and I have gone 3 minutes without a score, but Florida did score inside last trip.
Well, that's been the issue for both of these teams in conference play, have really struggled to score the ball. They get decent shots, don't convert them. Defense has been what's kept Florida competitive in its games all season long.
Here's some Florida backcourt pressure. Georgia worked on this extensively yesterday in practice. See how they do it. They do fine this trip.
This pressure is not designed to force turnovers. It wants you to eat the shot clock a bit and then have less time to work in the half court offensively.
Claxton trying to work baseline, cut off the pass, trying to get it back to Harris and threw it away. Georgia with 2 more turnovers and points so far. Baseline jumper won't go. Easy rebound for Claxton. And again, as Clark says, he brings it down half the time. He's got a good handle for anybody, but especially somebody 6'11".
For sure. Florida man-to-man now. This is where you've got to be really strong and intentional with your cuts. It's one of the things that this Florida team has struggled with in the half-court. Tough shot there from Hammond. Good work by Claxton, though.
0 for 6 from the floor, and then they throw it away. Good rebound, and then another turnover. Florida's only 1 for 6. 2 for 7. Kayvon Allen from 3.
Boy, he's been on a tear of late, Brad. 16 points a game in conference play. And 45% on threes.
This should be an easy one, but it's an offensive foul before the shot. And we'll check on the Florida player when we come back. 5-0 Gators in front.
Everybody all set?
Hey.
Oh, any recommendations? The salmon roll's okay.
Just okay?
Is it fresh? Sort of. The chef had it this morning. Unfortunately, he went home sick, but he left instructions with Kyle.
This fish is raw.
Do we need a minute?
Yes.
Just okay is not okay, especially when it comes to your network. AT&T is America's best wireless network according to America's biggest test. Now with 5GE. More for your thing. That's our thing.
Sure, we could build our subs using pre-sliced meat like everyone else. But then we'd be like everyone else. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Everybody was going nuts. I was losing in the 10th frame. Had to get 3 strikes in a row in order to try to win it.
Wait, you never played for the Bucks?
What?
Wow. Don't worry, I can help with this.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name. Come on, come on. What's my name? What's my name? What's my name?
Some places make cheesesteaks in a fancy microwave. That's cute. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Starting this February, your weekends are full because football never ends. The Alliance of American Football, February 9th on CBS.
Mike White and Tom Crean go back about 20 years. Kind of a different way. 99 NCAA tournament second round game. Mike played for Ole Miss. There's Tom with Tom Izzo at Michigan State before he headed to Marquette. Spartans won that game 74-66. That would be Mike White's final college game as a player. He was a good one.
Yes, he was, and he's an outstanding young coach. His team just a tad better and a little less sloppy than Florida thus far. 1 3-point field goal and a layup is all the scoring we've had.
Georgia's stat line, no points, 4 turnovers, 3 team fouls.
Well, they've only shot 39% from the floor in conference play, 25% from the 3-point line. It's a matter of shot quality, though. This is primarily a catch-and-shoot team because of the lack of a point guard, and they get in trouble when they try to shoot it off the dribble.
Kayvon Allen, second 3-pointer. Clark pointed him out in SEC play, starting to come on, and that's his 29th 3-pointer of the year.
Yep, he's percolating now. A little half-court trap, and well done that time by Florida. Surprised Hammonds along that sideline and half-court line. You don't want to squeeze your dribble there.
Monze Egemeze is in the lineup for Georgia for the first time. Here's Harris on the drive, draws a foul, so at least going to get a free throw out of it.
Good aggressive take that time by Harris. Got the start today in place of Jackson. Tom Crean trying to shake things up a bit. And Harris has played well in practice over the last week or so and earned.
He had 12 starts as a freshman. Didn't start any games last year. This is his first start of the 2018-19 season. If you watch your sports news without the hot takes, stream CBS Sports HQ, free 24/7 sports network. Smarter fans watch for more highlights and analysis. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today. Second of 2 for Jordan Harris. There's Georgia's first points. It gets the crowd into it a little bit.
Well, the crowd is ready to get ramped up. The Bulldogs have to give them something to cheer about.
Exactly. Allen kick out to Stone on the drive, fade away over Hammonds, and Hammonds picks up the second foul. That's not good news for Georgia.
It sure is not. The leading scorer for this club picks up his second foul. Challenge was a tad late, and he did get a bit of the arm.
Keith Stone Jr. out of Deerfield Beach, Florida. His numbers off this year compared to a season ago too. This is a guy you thought was going to start to blossom really this season, and it hasn't quite panned out that way.
Yeah, and it's inexplicable. He's a guy who's got tremendous skill, good size, a nice stroke, had a solid sophomore campaign, and just hasn't taken that bounce forward. But still plenty of season remaining.
Yep.
And sometimes a positive game can get you on the road to a breakout season the rest of the way.
They've had a positive first 5 minutes on the road, that's for sure. Kick out is to nobody. Oh, it was tipped. It's going to be Georgia ball.
Fortunate break there, Brad, because you're right. There was nobody in a Georgia uniform near that pass.
Egemeze, and there it was tipped on takeoff right there.
Good call by the official that time.
Yeah, Kavarius Hayes got a hand on it.
Yep.
Claxton, 5 on the shot clock. Crump has a look up at the clock. He's going to have to take it here on the drive and got it.
Beautifully done against excellent defensive pressure. The way to beat it is off the dribble.
Tyree Crump with Georgia's first field goal. Florida with a miss on the other end. Harris clears it off for the Dogs. And they look to push it ahead. And stripped underneath. Ty Fagan had a shot at it. Florida got back defensively.
Excellent job by Georgia to try to attack in transition, and then Hayes just never gave up on it. Terrific job by Kavarius Hayes to break up that fast break.
Claxton trying to work inside, spins baseline, too strong off the backboard. Loose ball, who's going to get it? Ted Valentine says, I need help from the other official, and it's going to be Florida ball.
See if Obegde got it last.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, it was very close.
Not sure about that one.
Not in the last 2 minutes, though, so we can't take a peek.
Right.
We got to go with the call as made.
Nembhard, the freshman point guard. Jalen Hudson in the lineup now, normally a starter. Nembhard thought about taking it over a Bede, thought better of it. Here's Hudson, and he drills the 3. Jalen Hudson, a 22% three-point shooter, and he buried that one.
We shot over 40% last year and averaged 16 points a game. Nowhere near those numbers this year, and it's inexplicable as to why.
Almost twice as many points a year ago, and another Georgia turnover. Claxton won too many dribbles. That's 5 turnovers. Feet ahead, and a foul underneath. As Hayes went to the rack, and Georgia fouled him. I think it was Harris. If so, it's 2 on Harris.
Good attack early in the offense here by Florida off the rebound, off the turnover.
He must have got him with his leg. I didn't see him touch him at the rim.
Yeah, he didn't get him much up top. I agree there.
5 Georgia team fouls. Kavaris Harris, senior. 61% free throw shooter. Look good on that one. Now 12 new stars are moving into the Big Brother house Monday on CBS. It's the most anticipated celebrity showdown of the new year. Don't miss the premiere of Celebrity Big Brother Monday, 8, 7 Central. Only CBS. I think Sargunas was trying to get to the lane, and now Ted Valentine blows a whistle and will let him do so. Hayes got 1 or 2. Obede up high for the rebound for Georgia. Double-digit lead for the first time for the Gators. Where's the offense going to come from for Georgia? That'll help.
It sure will. Nice spacing that time by Georgia. Allowed the middle roll to be open. And nice execution that time.
Derek Obede with the slam. That's the lead back to 8.
That's a moving screen on Jalen Hudson. That's one of the areas of focus for the officials this year. Screening fouls. Nice roll. Florida late responding. That middle was wide open. Good catch and finish.
Derek Obede didn't practice much yesterday. A little bit of a hip issue. And when he came out, he was the first one on the floor when you and I were here early. And I asked him how the hip is. He gave us a thumbs up. And he worked up a sweat, I'm telling you, before the game. So he's ready to go.
Yes, he is. And had a really good practice day before yesterday, and that hip flared up and he took the day off, but he's ready to lock in now.
Ignas Sargunas playing some point right now for Georgia.
Well, he's a capable shooter if they can get him some time and space.
Tyree Crump on the drive inside and threw it away. No foul, but another Georgia turnover.
Well, this is what you often have when you lack a true point guard. Crump giving you great effort, but just not tight with the ball there. And in spite of the 6 turnovers, Georgia still kind of maintaining contact.
Nembhard got a 3. Only his 16th three-pointer of the year. But it stretches the lead to 11. Right now the Gators 4 out of 6 from three-point land. Obede got it back off of Karam off of Claxton. Finally an outside jumper goes, but it's a 2-pointer for Wilridge.
I love the way Nembhard handles himself out here, Brad. He's not shot it well, but he's a tremendous floor leader, has good pace, works at the defensive end.
They'll probably go over 100 assists before this game is over for the season. And that's a little bit out of control. And a foul offensively on Jalen Hudson. Derek Obede trying to get some action going inside for Georgia. The outside game for Florida. Looks good.
What are you doing?
Well, the king believes people should know what ingredients are in their beer.
He ordered us to tell everybody.
Yeah, but did he order you to shoot arrows blindly into the kingdom?
We didn't say not to.
Wouldn't it be better to just put the ingredients label on the packaging? Just a thought.
Well, we already put them on all these arrows.
We'll do it on the next batch.
All right. You know, you'll get more distance if you widen your stance.
Look at that, an ingredients label.
Introducing our new ingredients label, coming in February.
It's been a while, yes, I missed the re-up cycle was gone. You think I'm back at it? Guess what, Jahman, I've never been gone. Hey, mama, don't worry, no, man, you can't just from the
two of the biggest stars in boxing. One explosive fight. Manny Pacquiao versus Adrian Broner. Live on pay-per-view.
That rocking chair would look great in our new house.
Oh, a new house, eh? Well, you should definitely see how Geico could help you save on homeowners insurance.
Nice tip. I'll give you $2 for the chair.
2? That's a Victorian antique.
All right. How much for the recliner, then?
Wait. How did that get out here? That is definitely not for sale.
Is this a yard sale?
If it's in the yard, then it's for sale.
Here we go.
Geico. It's easy to switch and save on homeowners and renters insurance.
At Buffalo Wild Wings, pitchers of beer are $5 for the playoffs. Playoffs? Are we talking playoffs? Yes. Come for the playoffs, stay for the $5 select pitchers at Buffalo Wild Wings.
After the Super Bowl, James Corden comes to primetime.
Now that you're stretched, are you ready to perform?
The world's best after the Super Bowl.
Tomorrow at noon Eastern over on CBS Sports Network, 15th ranked Marquette Golden Eagles look to keep their win streak alive when they battle Providence.
And this guy right here is a volcanic eruption waiting to happen every time he steps on the floor. He goes for big numbers, has already gone for 2. He had 45 in the game, 53 against great Texas Tech. Impressive team. Chris Beard has his squad atop the Big 12 with Kansas. And then how about this number here? Syracuse going in as an unranked squad, knocking off Duke. First time that's happened in 91 games. And this fella, scintillating stat sheet stuffer, Jay Morant, racing the racers so far this season and making a splash nationally with his forays to the lane and dime dropping.
Tom Crean, former Marquette coach, took that Marquette team back in 2003 to the Final Four with a guy named Dwayne Wade. I think things have worked out pretty well for him. In fact, Dwayne's jersey is getting retired in that game tomorrow. That'll be special.
Yeah, it will be. What a player.
I remember seeing that game, and I think it was in Minneapolis. It sent him to the Final Four. And I was just sitting in the crowd, and I said, wow, who is this guy? He played the whole game above the rim by about 4 feet. Got a foul on Dante Bassett, and that'll send Etorian Wilridge to the free throw line.
I think in that game he was at a triple-double or had one.
Something like that.
Yeah, he had
was
a
unbelievable.
big day.
Wilridge, 75% free throw shooter.
Well, Florida has capitalized on the turnovers by Georgia. They've scored 10 points off Georgia's 6 turnovers. The Bulldogs have kind of maintained contact. They have gotten to the offensive glass.
Right. I think they are in pretty good shape down 7 as we approach the midway point, the way they've shot. Kayvon Allen trying to tip in his own miss, comes off to Claxton.
This is where I think Georgia can do themselves well if they can attack early.
There you go. That's what they're supposed to do, is just catch and shoot. That's what Tom Crean was telling us yesterday. Don't put it on the floor. Get the pass. Let it fly. And in that case, it drops for Tyree Crump.
Does this make you want a Reese's? Oh, how about this? Okay, we'll stop. Just kidding. We're not gonna stop. Not sorry. Reese's.
Well, the Georgia offense has had trouble all season long, and today no exception. As they've got more turnovers than field goals, that's never a good statistic. It doesn't matter who they've gotten it in the hands of. But when you catch and shoot and you square yourself up like Tyree Crump just did, that's his 34th three-pointer of the year, and it gets Georgia back to within 4. They're on a 7-0 run.
Zone defense now. Tom Crean told us we'd see this a little bit to try to counteract that small lineup that Georgia plays with all the dribble drivers.
On the baseline drive, and a good one it is. And a chance for a three-point play. Obede picks up the foul.
I think it was just an interference with the goal there, Brad.
Okay.
Somebody hit the net or the rim on this drive by Johnson. The basket was going to count even had it not gone in.
You're right, partner. Thanks.
Yep. And good drive that time. If you're going to play zone, you've got to keep the ball in front. Can't let somebody get baseline on you as Obede did there. Zone defense here now by Florida.
Zargunas penetrates and got fouled on the way by Locke. $15 foul. Mike Edwards is going to check in for Georgia. Hasn't seen a lot of playing time in recent games. Obede will sit.
Thought he had a pretty good practice yesterday,
I did
Brad.
too.
Just watching him work, get up and down, so maybe being rewarded here in the first half with some minutes because of his work yesterday in practice.
Lob, that's a tough catch for anybody.
When you're making those kinds of passes, you can't just see your defender and the defender of the guy you're throwing it to. You have to see all of the other defenders. And that time, Crump made an assumption pass, and he's lucky that it wasn't stolen.
Zargunas feeds it inside to Claxton, short off the window, got his own miss, and then had it swatted off the backboard. Tom Crean on the other end is still saying should have been a foul called underneath on that second attempt by Claxton.
Yeah, Claxton may have gotten bumped, and that's the one area where he's going to continue to grow. The physicality of conference play has really been a bit of a challenge. He gets to rebound and he has opportunities, but he gets bumped off his position and is not able to finish as effectively as he will as he gets stronger.
They list him at 220. That might be a gracious listing. And there goes a three-pointer by Noah Locke.
You're saying that's a program listing?
Yes. I wish somebody would list mine that way.
Give you a program listing going the other way?
I got to put it that way in my bio or something. As we're under 9 minutes of the half.
Well, you wondered if the three-pointers would fall. They've certainly fallen for Florida.
5 out of 7. Here's one from Crump.
Good hustle by
Edwards. Georgia with one three-pointer in this first half. Drive to the basket by Crump. As he elbowed on the way.
He was bumped by Kayvon Allen. Got him at the last minute. It was a late call, but the right call.
Kayvon's first. Tyree Crump, a junior out of Bainbridge, Georgia. Not the most famous athlete or the most famous name on the Athens campus from Bainbridge High School. That would be Kirby Smart. No offense to Tyree, but Kirby's got him.
Yeah.
Coach Smart was, I think, is going to show up at the game today. They've got some recruits in town. You always want to bring recruits in and say, you know what, we're going to do this with Florida in Jacksonville every year in October. Tyree Crump has been most of the scoring for Georgia. 6 of their 13.
To that zone defense here for the Bulldogs. Want to try to keep penetration to a minimum. Hammond's out there with 2 fouls.
Nice kick out by Nebhart. His fellow freshman Locke missed the 3, kept alive though, and Florida will have another chance.
The team shoots a lot of threes. You've got to anticipate long rebounds on the misses, so that means everybody has to rebound the ball.
Stone buries it on the baseline. Keith Stone's first field goal.
Florida in a pretty good rhythm here offensively, and part of it is because they've stepped into the 3-ball and have knocked them down.
That one tipped out of bounds. With 7:32 remaining in the first half. Double-digit lead for the Florida Gators on the road.
and USAA Bank is here to help you stay on track. Budget's looking good. Clear for a fill-up? Card? Thank you. We are a go on the beef jerky. You know what? Green light some hydration, too. Thanks, Chief.
USAA Bank helps you take charge of your everyday spending, so you can stay a step ahead.
Let's rock and roll!
Find help at every turn with USAA Bank.
It's easy to move forward when you're ready for what comes next. At Fidelity, we make sure you have a clear plan to cover the essentials in retirement, as well as all the things you want to do. And on the way, you'll get timely investment help to keep you on the right track, without the unnecessary fees you might expect from so many financial firms. Because when you have a partner who gives you clarity at every step, there's nothing to stop you from moving forward.
My name is Jetta, and my favorite thing about the Grilled Chicken Club is the multigrain bun. It's toasted, and then you get the cheese. So if you bite really slowly, you can literally taste every level of the sandwich. I don't eat very slowly, but if you do.
My name is Leslie. Well, I love the Grilled Chicken Club sandwich because the grilled chicken, like it's actually been on a grill. As soon as you grab it to go take your first bite, it's just like insanely good.
We take a look at our game summary. About 40 minutes ago, my partner, Clark Kellogg, said we're going to see a lot of threes in the game. My question was, would they fall? They're falling for Florida so far, not for Georgia.
Brad, 3 of the 4 things I look at in every game are frees, tees, and threes. Free throws, turnovers, and three-point shooting. And if you do the last one, make threes at a high rate, you can usually overcome some of the other statistical imbalances. Right now, Florida taking care of the ball and handling their business from behind the three-point line.
Kayvon Allen getting a breather right now. Georgia, most of their scoring has come from their bench. That's been the case all season long against every opponent that they've. That might mean that the other team starters are better than Georgia's. I don't know.
Yeah,
you can look at a lot of ways.
You can twist that one a lot of ways.
Claxton getting a breather on the bench, too. He played 39 minutes Tuesday night against Kentucky, so this might be a short break for him. Georgia with a little bit smaller lineup now, although Obede is still in there. Hammond's on the drive, still looking to score, and instead.
Yeah, he got that right arm away from him and just picked up his 3rd foul.
Yeah, he's coming out right now.
Yep, lowered the shoulder.
I said Claxton might be short-lived on the bench. Well, he wasn't expected to come in quite this fast. Hammonds goes to the end of the bench, 3 fouls, and I'm sure done for the half. So it'll be a different looking Georgia lineup no matter how you slice it. Trying to feed inside that zone. Locke got a ball up in the air. Obede clears it off. Turtle Jackson in the lineup now. Obede underneath. Nice little hesitation before he got up in the air, and he's got 4.
Yeah, nice diagonal pass, too, against that zone defense that time by the Bulldogs.
Stone, nice feed inside to Hayes. Easy one.
Good high-low action. The middle of that zone is really soft. And that time Florida took advantage of it. Got to be active on the ball if you're on the zone, in the zone, on the perimeter. Florida able to do what they want to on that last possession and passing the ball.
Harris drives, try to put it up with the left hand, knocked down out of bounds to Georgia.
One of the few times Georgia's, though, actually we're taking a look at Harris going to the rack. Good strong elevation and good challenge that time defensively by the Gators.
So a new shot clock for the Dogs. Obede trying to get aggressive against Nembhard, runs out of room, has to kick it back to Hightower. Right back to Obede, and then blocked by Hayes, and he keeps possession of it. Great play defensively, gets a swat on the backside from Mike White, who loved that play.
Terrific effort.
They miss it on the other end. Claxton pulls down the rebound. Harris, he doesn't mind driving. He's just not quite sure what the destination is.
Excellent work here by Kevarius Hayes. Penetration and pitch, and then at the rim, beautifully timed by Kevarius Hayes.
And then he keeps possession of it
Yeah,
somehow.
he kept it alive, kept it in bounds, and
A little Bill
retrieved
Russell
it.
deal there.
Yeah.
Jordan Harris at the free throw line. 1 out of 2 today. 10 out of 13 on the year. He hasn't been there that much. Look good on that one. Tomorrow on a special late night show with James Corden. Don't miss Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson plus Chris Pratt. All new late show tomorrow after your local news. Chris Pratt just got engaged, I guess, this past week or so. I think it's Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter. See how I know all this?
I was going to say, how are you up on all this pop culture stuff,
I don't
man?
know. I guess my wife must have told me that. Crowd trying to get into it as the lead's down to 8 and almost a turnover by the Gators.
That's the kind of activity on the ball that Tom Crean and the coaching staff want to see from the Bulldogs.
They're doing a good job so far. 6 on the shot clock. Nembhard fade away over Egbede. That's a tough shot. And Georgia with a rebound, and they give it back. Hayes again with a defensive play. Quick hands of Kevarius Hayes took it right away from Obede and gives it back to the Gators with a fresh shot clock. 5 to go, first half. Stone on the drive and a flush.
Man, I see you, Keith Stone. Woo. Wow. Left-handed, too, he punched that one.
That's 12 points off Georgia turnovers for Florida.
There's your difference in addition to the three-point makes. I mean, you can't give it to the other team as much as Georgia has this half and expect to be competitive.
Got a double team on Hightower. He got it to Turtle Jackson with 6 on the shot clock. Obede's got to know that. Turtle does. Jackson 3. Too short. Rebound Hayes. Georgia, who went 4 for 27 against Kentucky on Tuesday night from three-point land, is 1 for 7 tonight. I should say this afternoon. It's not dark out yet. There's a 3 on the other end for the Gators, though, and Georgia's got to call a timeout. Okaru with the three-pointer, and it stretches the lead to the biggest of the afternoon for the Florida Gators. First, it was Stone on that flush.
Yeah, that's worth 2 looks, partner. Right at you. Bring it to the right.
Next season on Fansville, presented by Dr. Pepper.
Our top recruit just decommitted.
More drama.
You've got fumble fingers.
More romance.
You can have any tech girl you want.
No.
More rivalry. More tailgates. And more Dr. Pepper. No, like really, really dramatic Dr. Pepper. Yeah, like that. Much better. Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville.
Team, bring it in. When I think of great teamwork, I think of Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. They've got the best program in the country. Highest ranked in the nation for servicing 5 consecutive years. And 9 years as the #1 in primary mortgage origination. This team really goes above and beyond for their fans. Anyway, moving on.
Push button, get mortgage. Rocket Mortgage, proud supporter of college athletics.
The new Axe Ice Chill is here. So whoa, 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 liking machine? Cool down and lower your skin temperature by 11 degrees with the new Axe Ice Chill body spray. Cause you know, you're hotter when you chill.
We're doing karaoke later, and you're gonna sing.
Jamie, this is your house?
I know, it's not much, but it's home. Right, kids?
Kids.
You didn't tell me your friends were coming?
Oh, yeah.
This one is tiny like a child.
Yeah, she is. Oh, but seriously, it's good to be surrounded by what matters most. A home and auto bundle from Progressive.
Oh, sweetie, please, play for us.
Oh, no, I couldn't. Okay.
Next time your crew gets together, try Zaxby's Boneless Wings Meal with Caribbean Jerk Sauce. Customize your flavor with any of our 9 delicious sauces or try our new Caribbean Jerk Sauce, featuring fruity mango, spicy habanero, and jerk spices. Zaxby's.
Welcome to the bottom of the bottom. Me and Sadie
I'm gonna go put the brother in Lehman Brothers.
The perfect cure for the winter cold is a hot night in Hawaii.
Make it go.
Magnum PI on a special night, CBS Sunday after the AFC Championship.
CBS Sunday, February 10th. Let's hear it for the Grammys live performances with host Alicia Keys. The Grammys live, CBS Sunday, February 10th.
Just heard from my man Adam Zucker in New York, who will have more Chris Pratt engagement news and more on the AT&T at the half. He and Seth will catch up on all the action going on today in college basketball. That's coming up, AT&T at the half.
Oh, man, I think everybody else in this really good and balanced SEC is playing for second place.
Yep,
obviously
Tennessee.
a long way to go, but that Tennessee team has all the pieces and the hunger and drive that I think will allow them to stay on top in the SEC. Kentucky's coming.
A great
LSU
job.
is playing well.
Yep, the whole conference is, you know, 5 years ago, it was not this way, let's put it that way. And better coaching, better scheduling, non-conference scheduling. Greg Sankey made that an issue with the college basketball in this conference, and now all of a sudden you can get beat up by anybody, any place. By the way, Tennessee plays at home against Alabama coming up a little bit later on.
Yeah, and LSU has won 6 straight.
Good drive, but again, Florida with a block shot underneath.
Well, we highlighted the defensive numbers for this Gators team, and they do a nice job. Typically keep the ball in front, everybody on the same page defensively, and at the rim, they will challenge your attempts.
Florida playing with a 13-point cushion as we approach 3 minutes. They've got 8 assists on their 11 made field goals. Here's a drop step by Bassett. Nice move, didn't finish it. Claxton with another rebound, and he'll bring it himself.
And Georgia early attack. Nope, Florida back defensively.
They feed it inside.
Quick double team too, though, Brad. You see how quickly Florida comes with that double? So Claxton is going to have to be ready to catch, go to his move right away, or get it out, and they've got to get that ball swung again. That's the only way you can beat aggressive trapping defense. You've got to get that ball from side to side.
And you could see the frustration on Nick Claxton's face when that double team came, because he thought he had a move going to the baseline, and then Kayvon Allen was there to knock it out of his hands. There's another block shot by the Gators. Georgia came in nationally ranked in block shots in the top 5, and it's Florida that's putting on the block party so far. Allen, the kick out baseline. No good for Okaru.
Boy, that was beautiful basketball, though. Movement, drive, and pitch, and that's a foul.
And that's on Okaru. It's his first.
This is the one way I think Georgia has a chance to get something good offensively. In the half court, there just hasn't been any flow, continuity. Ball handling's been sloppy. But in the open court, if they can beat the defense now, they might be able to get to the line or get better looks at the basket.
Harris, all 3 of his points from the stripe, 3 out of 4. 4 of 5. Tuesday on CBS. These are the good guys, the bad guys fear most. Catch a new FBI Tuesday at 9, 8 Central, only CBS. So Harris right on his average here in the first half.
Well, that's one of the things you want to see happen if you're behind, Brad, is to be able to take advantage at the foul line, get some points on the board with the clock stop. This next 2 minutes important for Georgia to try to find a way to crack into this double-digit deficit. Florida just wants to keep on keeping on.
Dogs are 8 out of 10 from the free throw line. Almost came up with a steal there. And Locke is mishandled.
Yeah. Manhandled by JoJo there.
And that will send Noah Locke to the free throw line. Rebound. That's a tough spot for a rebound, but Hayes was in perfect position. Locke will try a three. Rimmed it out. And Georgia with a rebound. JoJo Toppin with that board. Here's the pick and roll to Claxton. Left-hand hook off the mark. Boy, even when they get in close.
Yeah, they're rushing. I think the activity of the Florida defense has them going a speed notch too fast. And it's tough when you're the focal point of the opposing team scouting report, as Claxton is. I mean, there have been very few times that he's caught the ball where there haven't been two guys around him.
He's done a great job on the boards, but he's 0 for 4 from the floor. And Etorian Wilridge, he's got 5 off the Georgia bench.
Well, despite the turnovers, the lack of the lack of fluidity on offense by Georgia, you get to the free throw line, Brad, and you can chip away.
This would make them 10 of 12 if they hit this, and they do. So they're hanging around, down to single digits. Georgia's gone over 5 minutes without a field goal, but as Clark said, you can hit it from 15 feet every chip down for a couple. You can stay in the game, and that's how they're doing it right now.
Mismatch. Kevarius Hayes being defended by Tyree Crump, and Florida trying to get it to him.
And they get it to him. And offensive foul, so Crump does his job. Tyree took one in the chest, took one for the team, and Hayes picks up the foul.
I never understand why big guys, when you have an advantage on a smaller guy, why do you try to bully ball him? Just catch the ball and turn and shoot.
That's right.
No reason to bully ball a much smaller guy when you catch it 4 feet from the goal.
A minute remaining first half. Georgia gets a good offensive trip here. It's going to be amazing how close they are. They do get a good offensive trip. JoJo Toppin on top of things. Down to 7 and 45 to play. First field goal in 6 minutes for the Dogs. It's got the crowd riled up at Stegeman Coliseum. On the shot clock. Stone has a look. He'll go straight up with it and got it. 3-pointer. That'll quiet things down in a hurry.
Boy, he's had a terrific half. Very good in his opportunities. And that stopped a little 6-0 run by Georgia.
Yep. 10 seconds in the half. Claxton still looking for his first points. Now they're going to have to hurry. Wilridge, 3. Would have been good had it gone. It died on the back of the rim, as so many shots for Georgia have in the first half. 10-point lead. Mike White takes his Florida Gators to the locker room with a 33-23 lead. As we head to New York, Adam Zucker, Seth Davis, and the AT&T at the half. Fellas.
All right, Ness, coming up on AT&T at the half, Seth Davis joins me for first half analysis, plus scores and highlights after this message and a word from your local station.
Hey, how you doing? Phil, are you guys good with brakes?
We're okay.
Just okay?
We got a saying here. The brakes don't stop it, something will.
That's not a real saying.
It is around here. I wrote it.
Just okay is not okay, especially when it comes to your network. AT&T is America's best wireless network according to America's biggest test. Now with 5GE. More for your thing. That's our thing.
You're watching NCAA basketball on CBS.
Chicago has been hit with a major spike in gun violence.
It was kind of our idea to bring everybody together. All right, let's do something. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
These celebrities are moving into the Big Brother house.
Game on.
Season premiere CBS Monday.
CBS Sports presents AT&T at the half. AT&T, giving you more for your college basketball fee.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome to AT&T at the half. Adam Zucker along with Seth Davis with our score in Athens. The visiting Florida Gators on top by 10. Bulldogs got to get some offense going here.
Well, that's been the problem all season long. They have a hard time scoring the ball, and when you're going against arguably the best defensive team in the conference, that's what you have going on right now in Athens. And I've been really impressed with Florida's defense, not only in this first half, but throughout the season, Adam. This has been an emphasis for Mike White, trying to create a culture of toughness and just fundamentally sound defense. Nothing too fancy, not necessarily jumping in the passing lanes. Look at how on this dribble handoff, you still get the closeout on the shooter and everybody around the backboard. Typical game for Florida. Georgia is shooting 25%, 1 for 7, and Florida is actually making three-pointers, which has been a big-time problem for them this season.
And the Dogs are at least getting it done at the line. 10 of 12, getting 10 of their 23 so far. Let's hit the scoreboard. Number 2, Michigan, 17-0 for the first time in program history. Visiting Wisconsin, the Badgers have dropped 4 of their last 5. And this is a low-scoring grinder of a game.
Which is exactly what Wisconsin wants. They want to keep it low possession, low scoring. Ethan Happ, a pretty solid first half, 10 points and 4 rebounds. Jordan Poole going to score here for Michigan, but their top 2 scorers in Charles Matthews and Ignas Razdakis have yet to score in this first half. And Michigan shooting only 1 for 7 from 3. That was their lone made three-point shot there in the first half. So even though this is a 2-point game, given the way Michigan played offensively in that first half, they've got to be feeling pretty good.
4 blocks by the Wolverines in that first half as well. The Badgers coming off back-to-back 4-point losses, and on pace for that again. Number 13, North Carolina, one of many ranked teams the Canes are going to face, and Chris likes it.
Yeah, Miami's off to a pretty good start here in the first half, Adam, doing a good job offensively. They're 7 for 14 from behind the arc. North Carolina's helped them out by committing 9 turnovers, but Miami having a hard time shutting down North Carolina on the defensive end. This is Kobe White, the outstanding freshman guard, with the drive. Miami has a short bench because of some injuries and eligibility issues. They tend to fade late in games. Let's see if that happens here.
And Carolina out-rebounding them by 10 in the first half to get some of those possessions back. We go to the American, and look out for Tulsa. Coming off the win at UConn, now they go to UCF, and Sterling Taplin. Oh, as the shot clock almost expired.
Yes, he does, and then Elijah Joyner going to drill a deep three-pointer himself. That was part of a 17-0 run. Taplin again, double clutch scoring on the bank shot, and Johnny Dawkins and his crew better get going here.
Golden Hurricane up by 9 on the road at halftime. Taco Fall, the big man, 8 points so far for the Knights. From the A-10, Davidson coming off their first conference loss. They have a 7-point lead on Richmond right now. They've lost the last 4 to the Spiders, who started the game 1 of 11. We go back to last night. Number 19, Maryland, going on the road to Columbus and winning their 7th straight. Big steal right there.
This is the 5th youngest team in the country, Adam. They are growing up super fast, and they really took the Buckeyes to the woodshed. That's the big fella inside, Bruno Fernando, and then Anthony Cowan. I think Mark Turgeon has really unleashed him in terms of running the offense. They're doing a Steph Curry imitation. The Terps were 11 for 17 from 3 in a road game. They're going to be a factor here in the Big Ten. They are.
Big one at Michigan State Monday night. From the Big East last night, Villanova staying perfect in Big East play, facing Xavier. Colin Gillespie, 6 of 10 from 3.
Look at the ball movement from Villanova. Gillespie with the nice, clean look, and then Phil Booth. Friendly bounce from three-point land, and indeed, Xavier did a good job hanging on. Villanova closed the game well late. You can see the Musketeers late getting back in transition. This is supposed to be a rebuilding year for Villanova, but they are undefeated in the Big East, and the road to the conference title still goes through the main line.
Yeah, Phil Booth, 4 straight 20-point-plus games. A reminder, the road to the Final Four continues today. Up next, Cincinnati visiting Wichita State, followed by Game 3 of our tripleheader, UCLA and USC. And how about that game from the American we've got?
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Mick Cronin sticks around for the entire game. Of course, he got ejected from that win over South Florida. Jaron Cumberland for Cincinnati coming off a season-high 34 points in that win. Cincinnati wants to make it slow and grinding and try to beat a Wichita State that's coming in having lost 4 of its last 5 in a rebuilding year.
That was Mick's first ejection, though. It was the theme of the week in the American. We thank you for watching AT&T at the half. I'll be back in a moment.
Thank you for watching AT&T at the half. AT&T, giving you more for your college basketball fee.
Doesn't that cloud right there look like a penguin?
Really?
That looks exactly like a busted pipe spewing water everywhere.
Can you just stop being an insurance agent for like 2 seconds?
It's my job to think about these things.
Well, what does that cloud look like?
That looks just like your house. That's being burglarized. They're stealing your TV right there. Oh, and right there, it's a bear destroying your car.
You need a vacation. Soon, very soon.
You know, Chris, some of us don't have an off-season.
It's the same color as downstairs.
It's called Tuscan sand. Let's show them the nursery.
Oh, great idea.
All right, welcome back. A reminder, a trip to the Super Bowl on the line tomorrow when the Patriots face the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. It all gets started at 6 p.m. Eastern with the NFL Today on the home of Super Bowl 53. And as we take a look at today's college basketball lineup over on CBS Sports Network, a programming note. The Tulane-UConn game has been moved up to 2 p.m. due to weather and can be seen live on CBSSports.com. It will then be rebroadcast tonight at 7:30 in its original time slot. The second half of Florida-Georgia is coming up right after this.
Your living room is pretty great. It has your couch, your TV, your goldfish, your phone, and now your number 13. Get Jersey Mike's delivered straight to you with Uber Eats. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Here's your Buick, sir. Actually, that's my Buick.
Your Buick doesn't have a roof rack. This is my Buick.
How are we gonna fit in your mom's Buick?
Easy.
I like that new Buick.
Me too.
I was actually talking about that Buick.
I knew that.
Did you?
Buick's fresh new lineup is full of surprises. Celebrate the new year with Buick. Now pay no interest for 72 months on most Buick models.
When you're good at sports, you have a trophy case. And when you're good at subs, you have a deli case. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
We are the birthplace of American public higher education. We are leaders and world-class researchers. Our ideas change lives. We take promising students and turn them into Rhodes Scholars. We are the committed because we thrive when the stakes are the highest. We keep at it until we emerge victorious. We are the University of Georgia.
Tuesday, 9/8 Central. Catch a new FBI. Only CBS.
CBS Sports College basketball coverage is sponsored by State Farm, here to help life go right. Buick, proud partner of the NCAA. And by Bud Light, enjoyed by Giant Blue fictional nights everywhere. That's the way I do dishes at home on a nightly basis. They usually don't stack up right for me, though. Take a look at the Buick first half statistics. 12 points off Georgia turnovers. Georgia tried to settle it in with the turnover situation. The free throws have at least kept them in the ball game. Double-digit lead, though, for Florida as we head into the second half. Welcome back to Athens, everybody. Brad Nessler and Clark Kellogg. Recipe to beat somebody: hold the opponent's two leading scorers to no points, and then hit a bunch of threes on the other end.
Exactly. And then play stifling defense as well. I thought Florida's defense was terrific. They moved the ball, got shots to go down. And again, you're right, 0 for 8 between Claxton and Hammonds. Hammonds was in foul trouble and didn't play a ton, but Florida offense was really clicking quite nicely. Pull-up three here by Kayvon Allen. They made 7 of the 13 attempts from behind the line. Got a nice lift off the bench from Keith Stone. And the defense, Saran wrap tight, doubling up on the big guys, Hammonds and Claxton, not allowing much to happen on the offensive glass for the Bulldogs. And now you talk about what has to happen or change. Florida, keep on keeping on. Do what you've been doing. Share the ball, stifling defense, knock down threes. Improvement for Georgia is going to have to happen at both ends. They've got to get Claxton and Hammonds going, but defensively, they were late rotating to the shooters, and the hands were down as they got to the shoot. When you're facing a team that shoots the three like Florida does, you have to be ready to defend, hands up on the catch. If you're not there then, it's too late.
Boy, Tom Crean pegged that into his guys for about 2.5 hours yesterday at practice, and it still didn't come to fruition for them. And their two leading scorers that average 26 points a game have 0 at halftime. So Claxton's got to come to life. He played well defensively and on the glass, but nothing offensively. He's going to inbound right in front of us. This was the lowest scoring first half by Georgia this year. The next closest was the Tennessee game when they had 24, and they almost got beat by 50 in Knoxville. Let's see if their second half can improve here on their home floor.
And they've struggled coming from behind. As a matter of fact, when they've trailed, they've not won a game. But I feel like something's going to change here today, because they'll figure out how to quick attack and then get better and more aggressive on the defensive end.
That was a perfect start. And if they get the rebound, they couldn't ask for a better 30 seconds to open up the second half.
Well, you've got a quick hit, though, I think, if you're Georgia. You can't over-dribble it. It's got to be moved against this zone defense. It's got to pop. Ball has to move, and players have to.
Oh, that's great movement right there. Hightower on the cutter. Great feed on the baseline from Woolridge. And just like that, Georgia cuts it down to 6.
Florida on this end has to stay aggressive. Don't get tentative.
And Locke did stay aggressive, missed the shot. Hayes, though, with a rebound.
Well, he's had a solid half plus Kevarius Hayes. Couple of blocks out of finish, couple of free throws. I mean, just really solid in his role today so far.
Ten on the shot clock. And Claxton got a piece of that one. Ball comes out, Georgia on the run. Turtle Jackson's going to have to pull up. It's 1-on-4.
Boy, you got to get his swamp.
Turtle Jackson, deep 3. Got it!
Brad, that's why you swing the ball.
Georgia goes from down 10 to within 3 on a 3 by Turtle Jackson. And all of a sudden, Stegman crowds into it. Mike White says, I've seen enough in the opening 2 minutes of the half.
The unknown beyond the horizon. That was once our frontier. But today, a new frontier has risen. And this is the vehicle crafted to conquer it. Introducing the first of its kind Lexus UX and UX F-Sport. Also available in hybrid all-wheel drive. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Scribe, take this down. People have been left to wonder what ingredients are in their beer. I shall put an ingredients label on every case of Bud Light. That was really great. Did you get that?
Oh, was I supposed to be writing that down?
Introducing our new ingredients label, coming in February.
Don't get mad. Get E-Trade, dog.
Okay, Kevin, USAA Bank is here to help you stay on track. Budget's looking good. Clear for a fill-up? Card? Thank you. We are a go on the beef jerky. You know what? Green light some hydration, too. Thanks, Chief.
USAA Bank helps you take charge of your everyday spending, so you can stay a step ahead.
Let's rock and roll!
Find help at every turn with USAA Bank.
Behold the power of the $5 bill. Well, thank you, Dad. Oh, you're welcome, family. What would we do without you? I shudder to wonder.
At Pizza Hut, we're a $5 lineup of your favorites for just a Lincoln each.
Even today, I get chills driving up Magnolia Lane. The Masters on CBS.
Want to get your crowd into it on your home floor, Clark? Maybe have the best 2 minutes of basketball of your season to get back in a game.
Well, they only had 3 assists in the whole first half. Have already had 3 assists on 3 field goals here in the second half. Quick post up there by Claxton. Didn't allow the double team to get there. Spacing, ball movement, weak side to strong side, bucket. Get the ball to the opposite side in transition, walk in 3. And it's a 7-0 run for the Bulldogs. Florida has helped that with a couple of quick shots. But now they've got to resettle. Good timeout by Mike White. Senses the momentum shifting. Now you're going to try to run one of your better plays here in the half court to try to get this crowd back in its seats.
Davon Allen working the point right now. Okaru tried to feed the baseline, stolen by Jordan Harris. Trip to the rack is swatted down by Stone, but there's a foul.
And Stone is hurt. Good aggressive take here off the turnover by Harris. Stone, oh, he came down awkwardly. It appeared on his foot.
Well, he's had a good game.
He has.
Way up in the air to knock that down. Then body foul on Harris, and then the awkward landing. Hmm. 6'9", 250-pound junior. 8 points in the first half, and a good defensive play until the awkward landing here. Working on the left leg or left knee.
Well, you never like to see this, Brad.
You can see he's on the Georgia end of the floor, and the Georgia players that aren't in the huddle are just staring and hoping that he's going to be all right. Up, but not moving well. Coach White was out to have a look, and now he's got to trot back to his huddle, and Keith will be heading to the locker room. If we can get some word from Florida folks, we will. But right now it just looks like, and Tom Crean comes over to pat him on the chest as well. Looks to be a left leg injury.
Yep.
And we'll wait and see if he's able to return. Meanwhile, the guy who fouled, Jordan Harris, is 5 out of 6 from the free throw line for his points today.
Yeah, got the start today in place of Turtle Jackson, and has done a solid job for Georgia.
He's a good free throw shooter. As a team, Georgia around 72%. Jordan, one of the many left-handers on Georgia's team. They've got 6 guys that are left-handed. It's like a NASCAR squad out here or something. Just keep going left. You missed that one. Scott Strickland, the baseball coach, could use some of these left-handed guys they got on his pitching staff. But the lead is as close as it's been since the beginning of the game. 2 points. Allen in some heavy traffic, kicks out, 3-pointer en route, and it goes for DeAndre Ballard.
Boy, how about the poise by Kayvon Allen. had a mismatch with Claxton on him, penetrated, didn't get his own shot, but collapsed the defense for Ballard.
Acrobatic drive by Harris ends up being a foul. Like I said, he's got a great move to the basket. He just sometimes doesn't know quite where he's going.
Yeah, he couldn't quite get around the defender there.
That's 3 on him.
And I think it was Bassett who stepped in and took the charge.
Boy, Georgia got it down to 2. They would love to get a stop here, or it's going to go right back in the momentum for the Florida Gators. Pull up by Kayvon Allen. Missed the 3. Rebound comes off to Georgia. Ettore and Woolridge. Claxton's going to try 3. Got it. His 8th 3 of the year, and it was a big one. Down to 2 again.
A catch and shoot 3 off ball movement, which is what Georgia has to do more of.
Lock, fade away. Got the roll.
Love that young man. I tell you, these freshmen are very impressive for Florida.
They really are.
Lock, Nembhard, Johnson.
Extra pass, Turtle Jackson's 3, got it. And then it was 1. 38-37, 4 minutes into the second half. Going to try another 3. This one off the mark. Strong rebound underneath somehow by Keontae Johnson.
Back-to-back big buckets by the freshman for Florida. Locke and then Johnson on the offensive glass.
I think Turtle Jackson wants a touch. It'll be Hightower instead. Got a 3. Tie game. Everybody up in Stegman Coliseum. Johnson off the mark. Rebound comes off to Ballard though. Florida with another chance, and on the drive Johnson can't connect. Georgia with the ball. They have never led in this game. And a whistle and a foul. Georgia's come from 10 down at halftime. A great second half run. We're dead even in Athens.
Hey, Daryl, would you choose the network rated #1 in the nation by the experts or the one awarded by the people? Correct. You don't have to choose, because,
Oh! Switch to the network awarded by RootMetrics and J.D. Power. Buy one of our best phones, get one on us.
Wednesday, 9/8 Central, a new SEAL team, only CBS.
Let's take a look at AT&T Fast Analysis. Clark, little transition 3 action.
Yep, it was a deficit of 10, no longer. There's the ball. Look at these defenders here. You got 3, 4 defenders. Now we're going to roll it forward. Ball, they can't rotate. Ball here, and there's Turtle Jackson lining it up. And the defense has no way to get there. And he makes them pay a 10-zip run for Georgia. And what a first 5 minutes of this second half.
Boy.
It's been absolutely perfect offensively. There you see the shooting.
Just what they were looking for in the first 5 minutes. Now can they sustain it? That's the question. The foul before that timeout was on Kevon Allen. So Georgia to inbound. It'll be Willridge to bring it into Turtle Jackson. These 2 threes have evened this game up. Eight on the shot clock, and Georgia throws it away, much like their early going off the hands of Claxton, and he says, that's my fault, I should have had it. Hudson missed a 3. Rebound comes off to Willridge. Ahead to Crump. Crump on the crossover, goes baseline, got it in the lane to Hayes. Nice steal by Kivarius. He's done that several times today.
He's been very active at the defensive end of the floor. Good post up here too.
He's asking for it, doesn't get it. And ball out. Florida turns it over as Nembhard couldn't handle it.
Yeah, Claxton doing a nice job impacting the ball. When you've got big guys that are mobile and long that can get out there and impact the ball on handoffs or pick and roll action, you can get this kind of a result. Good work that time by Claxton.
Claxton to inbound. He's out there with Hightower, Jackson, Crump, and Fagan. And this is Ty Fagan on top. Jackson on the drive. In and out. Willridge underneath. Georgia's got its first lead. A 19-7 run, and the Dogs are in front.
Florida's been stagnant in the half court the bulk of this half so far. They've got to get back to the movement.
Offensive foul underneath on Hayes.
And the Georgia defense has picked up too, Brad. I mean, it's a combination, but Florida has gotten a little stagnant, walking it up, not getting into their offensive flow as crisply as they did in that first half.
Claxton and Jackson bring it up. Claxton wants it on the low block. They finally get it to him, and he draws a double team immediately. Tried to feed it inside to Fagan. Last touch by the Gators.
Right idea, though. Good ball cut. Good basket cut that time by Fagan. And Claxton will have to look opposite if he's not able to get into his move right away with that double team.
Georgia in this first 7 minutes, perfect from the floor. 4 for 4. I have to remember the shot clock now down to 7. Trying to feed Claxton and threw it away.
Had the right idea. He was wide open, just didn't make the pass.
Tom Crean working on that bench and putting in miles. Walking back and forth, pacing back and forth. He does that at practice, too. I'd like to hook him up to my Fitbit.
I would,
and
too.
I would take the steps. See, I'd get that listing about my weight on the roster and then have him do my Fitbit steps.
Oh, man, you're something else, Brad. Yeah, but I bet you he gets those 10K in.
Oh, no doubt.
You look at the defense, much more active by Georgia. I don't know what Tev, he saw hold.
I think on Tyree Crump.
I think, yep, you called it right on it, Brad.
I think he was stuck on Hayes again, which he drew a charge earlier in the first half.
Giving up a lot of size to Hayes and got called for the hold. So Harris coming back into the lineup for Crump.
Nembhard has to bring it out on top to Hayes. Nembhard looks so comfortable with the ball at the point.
He sure does. Good look for Locke.
Missed the three. Backside rebound comes off to Florida, though.
That's Keontae Johnson, boy. He's got a 41-inch vertical, and he went up above everybody to get that loose carom.
Florida's only got one field goal in their last several trips. Here with 8 minutes gone in the half. There's a good drive, but again, they don't pay it off. They're going to get it back, though.
Excellent take here by Hudson. Tried to squeeze it off the glass and over squeezed it. But a new shot clock and possession to the Gators.
Quick inbound. Johnson forced one up there and a chance for a three-point play.
Big time play by Johnson, and he earned it. I mean, he got his team an extra possession on the offensive glass, and with that vertical jump, Nembhard just threw it up in the air, and then he went to work against contact here. That's a heck of a play by the youngster. Again, those three freshmen, Brad, I know they've got Mike White and this coaching staff excited. Johnson, Locke, and Nembhard.
They all started today as a group, and Johnson with a three-point play. So he's got 7 for the game, and that gives Florida the lead back.
Well, his energy and athleticism, though, on the glass and at the front of the zone sometimes really invaluable.
And Hammonds is lucky that wasn't his 4th foul right in front of us as he's fouled by Hudson. As we take the timeout, just under 12 to go, a 1-point game.
Taco Bell invites you to a world that defies all logic. A place where burritos are filled with delicious nachos or indulgent chicken enchiladas, all for the unbelievable price of $1. No, you're not having a delicious burrito dream. You're eating the new $1 Grande Burritos from Taco Bell's new Cravings Value menu. Value beyond belief.
Accidents can happen anytime. That's why Geico's here 24 hours a day, every day. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
All money managers might seem the same, but some give their clients cookie-cutter portfolios. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to your goals and needs. Some only call when they have something to sell. Fisher calls regularly, so you stay informed. And while some advisors are happy to earn commissions whether you do well or not, Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when you do better. Maybe that's why most of our clients come from other money managers. Fisher Investments, clearly better money management.
Look who's moving into the Big Brother house. Kato Caleb, Ricky Williams, Jonathan Bennett, Lolo Jones, Joey Lawrence, Dina Lohan, Tamar Braxton, Tom Green, Candy Burris, Natalie Eva Marie, Ryan Lochte, and one big surprise, Anthony Scaramucci.
Current nickname, The Mooch. Future nickname, Winner.
Celebrity Big Brother premieres Monday.
CBS Sports College basketball coverage is sponsored by Taco Bell's new Cravings Value menu. Value beyond belief. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Fisher Investments. Stegman Coliseum, where Florida leads Georgia by 1 with just under 12 to go in the ballgame. Tomorrow, Tom Brady drives New England into Kansas City to take on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. It's the AFC Championship presented by Intuit TurboTax Live. Coverage starts at 6 Eastern on CBS with the NFL Today, powered by Ram, JB, and Nate, and Boomer, and Phil, and Bill, and the whole gang. What a game that is going to be. Jim and Tony, Tracy, Evan Washburn, Jay Feely will bring it to you. How about maybe the greatest ever against a guy that wants to be? Jeez, 41 against 23, whatever. But what a game it should be in Kansas City at Arrowhead tomorrow. I think last time I looked at the weather, 32's the high. But both teams are pretty used to that. That's going to be an awesome game. Hope you join us tomorrow on CBS for the AFC Championship.
I will be locked in on that one,
Me
boy.
too,
Looking
baby.
forward to it.
See if Georgia can put together a half-court offense to give them the lead back, and they do. Hightower on a runner. He's got 7 all in this half.
I tell you what, his teammate passed him out of an open 3. And he ended up making the best of it on the drive, because he was wide open if the pass had been better.
Is that a walk?
I think it's a
nope, they just
wet spot. Yeah, Ted Valentine. The Bulldog faithful don't like the show of sportsmanship, but that's, I mean, he slipped on a wet spot, so I'm fine with that.
We do a hot little house cleaning,
yeah,
and it'll still be Florida ball.
And I think he looked like he maintained his pivot foot anyway, it appeared. Ted's working it out too, making sure his tires are in good order.
Checking the tread in the air. 10 to shoot. Allen working against Hammonds. Has to kick it back outside. Time winding down. Long 3 by Ballard. Rebound Georgia and Hammonds. Hightower pulls it back out, looks over at Tom Crean for the play call. Wilridge on the drive, the extra pass to Claxton, who hammers it home, and Georgia's got its biggest lead of the afternoon.
I tell you what, Torian Wilridge has been terrific in this second half. He knew exactly what he was going to do as he drove that ball. Draw defenders and leave it for Claxton.
Good defense by Georgia. 2 to shoot. 3-pointer off the mark. Rebound comes off to Harris. Georgia's only missed 1 field goal this half. That is half over.
Well, the spacing's been better, the ball movement, and the ball security has been better.
Hightower directing traffic. So he's down to 7 on the shot clock. A lot of dribbling going on. Harris, who's driven all day, finally pays off.
You were waiting for that one.
I was waiting for that one. Georgia by 5. Down 10 at the half.
Boy, and Florida looks a bit confused here. They're eating up a lot of time trying to figure out what they're going to run.
They finally weave at the top with Johnson. Nembhard put the brakes on. Georgia, good defense again. 3 to shoot. Johnson in and out. Follows good, though, by Hayes. Kavarius in the right spot at the right time again. Hammonds a kick out. Wide open look for Harris. He got hit on the 3. No foul call. Got one in the chest from Ballard. They let him play on. Allen. In, out, and Claxton with a rebound. Trying to go back to Claxton. Bad pass by Hammond. That's a bad turnover right there. Not that there's any good ones. But he does get the rebound on the other end. Approaching the 8-minute mark. It's denial by Nembhard.
I think both teams are a little gassed. That was a tired pass.
And a nice drive. Nembhard on both ends. First with the defense, and then the drive to cut the lead to 1.
You got to regroup now if you're Georgia. Be strong with it. Don't give in to the fatigue.
Got immediate timeout coming if they can hang in it, but another block shot by Kavarius Hayes, his 5th of the afternoon. What a drive. Didn't finish, though. Good move by Ballard.
It was. Beautiful move. Little Euro step, but I think both teams are looking for that immediate timeout.
Sure are.
They've gone up and down and up and down, and when you don't make shots, it just seems like you get more tired. You don't get that energy burst from knocking down a field goal.
Now we won't get the timeout. Ball keeps going. And now we will. Out of bounds to Florida. Georgia with some late turnovers here, but they still have the lead. Nick Claxton with the slam. He's had a big second half. Georgia trying to hang on at home.
There's a reason we recommend you order your sub with the juice. It's good. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
These people, they speak a language we cannot understand.
Deductible?
Definitely speaking insurance.
Additional interest on umbrella policy?
Can you translate?
Damage minimization of civil commotion.
When insurance needs translating, get answers in plain English at ProgressiveAnswers.com.
He wants you to sign Karen's birthday card. It's a high honor.
Have you ever worked with Dr. Francis? Oh, yeah. He's okay.
Just okay?
Guess who just got reinstated? Well, not officially. Nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. I'll see you in there.
Just okay is not okay, especially when it comes to your network. AT&T is America's best wireless network according to America's biggest test. Now with 5GE. More for your thing. That's our thing.
Coors Light is cold filtered for brightness and clarity. The world's most refreshing beer. Coors Light.
Pieces or cups? Pieces or cups? Pieces or cups? Pieces in cups! Man, we're killing it over here, huh? Not sorry. Reese's.
Sure, we could build our subs using pre-sliced meat like everyone else. But then we'd be like everyone else. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Florida-Georgia line in the background. This game started off for Insomniacs nationwide to get a little rest, and boy, is it picked up right now. Georgia great in the second half. You take a look at the Jersey Mike's game summary. Florida's got cold from outside the three-point line in this second half, but Georgia's made up a 10-point halftime deficit to lead by 1. And I was almost called Nick Charles. Nick Claxton has been a big part of it for Georgia in this half. And, of course, his dad was Charles, who played here in the early to mid-90s, was a heck of a player.
Sure was. Outstanding player. Presence inside. There he is.
There he is. And there's Mom Nicole. 247 blocks, his second all-time. He had over almost 1,300 points and 840-some rebounds. He's a good player.
Yes, he was. Oh, he's proud of his son, too, and hoping they can find a way to get this one to the finish line. Good look for Kayvon Allen.
In and out.
Oh, he's had a couple of them like that.
Yep.
Right on line, and just haven't found the bottom here in the second half.
Georgia's leading scorer, Rashawn Hammonds, who just brought the ball up, is still scoreless in the game. We've got 6.5 to go. He got in some early foul trouble, didn't help. But now he's just trying to play a complimentary role and keep the rest of his group going here. Underneath. There's a foul before the slam by Obede, who's still hanging on so he doesn't land on anybody.
That's the second time Bassett has done a nice job being aware defensively and then getting right in the path.
And Sargunas
yeah,
foul.
Picks up the foul. Boy, one less dribble on the jump stop, and he's got an easy pass. And Tom Crean imploring the crowd to get animated. They've been pretty good here in this second half.
He's got them riled. Part cheerleader, part coach. Lock three. Got it. No lock, second three, and that quiets everybody down as Florida's back in front.
Called play, just coming off the little handoff and little brush screen and splashed it. Good execution by the Gators there.
Under 6 to go in regulation. Claxton had a very short breather on the bench. He's coming back to the scorer's table. This is a really important trip for Georgia right now. They had the lead. They had things going their way. Now they've seen Florida snatch it back. Trying to get it to Obede, and they throw it away instead.
Well, that pass was thrown with not enough speed and not where it needed to be thrown by Hammond.
And up and under on the other end by Bassett. Just like that, the Gators on a 9-0 run take the lead back by 4. Timeout, Georgia. Tom Crean would have loved to wait it, but he couldn't because the Gators on a run have got the lead.
First tattoo?
Yeah.
Relax, amigo. It's gonna look okay.
Only okay?
No worries, boss. I'm one of the tattoo artists in the city.
Aren't you supposed to draw it first?
Stay in your lane, bro.
Just okay is not okay, especially when it comes to your network. AT&T is America's best wireless network, according to America's biggest test. Now with 5GE. Plus, buy a Samsung Galaxy S9 and get one free. Only at AT&T.
I was hoping I wouldn't call Nick Claxton Charles because he played for the Dogs in the early 90s. I don't know who that guy is on the right, but the guy on the left was Larry Conley. In that game back in '95, Daddy had 9 block shots.
Yeah. And had the eye of the tiger, too.
He's still got his eye on the court right now,
yes,
and hoping that Georgia can come back around one more time. His son, 6'11" sophomore. He's had a couple of games this year where he's led the team in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks twice. On the drive here, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Foul on Bassett is his second.
And, you know, coming out of that timeout, he gets back on the floor. You want to try to get your best player with his hands on the ball to make a play. And good job that time by Claxton not to settle and get himself to the foul line.
64% free throw shooter. The first this week late show with Stephen Colbert's all new with Matthew McConaughey. All right, all right, all right. Drew Barrymore. Monday, catch Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. All new Colbert this week on CBS. 5 minutes left. Big free throws. Georgia did well to keep themselves in the game in the first half from the line. And Nicholas missed them both, but Georgia's got the rebound in the corner.
Wilridge, another rebound. That's 5 for him in this second half, Brad, along with 6 points. So he's been extremely active and impactful for Georgia.
Harrison thought about a 3. Now goes inside. Claxton right hand is too strong. And then there's a foul on the rebound.
I think it was Jalen Hudson who got Wilridge. And again, Wilridge's activity has been a big part of Georgia turning this around in the second half from 10 down at the half to within a handful now.
So fresh shot clock for the Dogs as Harrison will bring it in. Turtle Jackson at the point now where he normally starts. Didn't start today's game, but has 2 big threes in this second half. Back outside, Wilridge. Now the penetration had it stolen away by Kayvon Allen. And then a foul afterwards on Wilridge.
Really impressed with how this Florida team has just kind of maintained its poise, Brad. There were a couple of segments where Georgia had it going. The crowd was up and at them, and they've idled down and executed well defensively. They've been solid. There you see that big number, the turnovers. Eventually, that comes back to bite you in some form or fashion.
When it was 48-43, they could have folded the tents, but this 9-0 run that you're talking about, Kayvon Allen, extra pass to Hayes in close. And out of bounds to the Gators. We're under the 4-minute mark. Seesawing back and forth right now in the favor of Florida by 4.
Here's your Buick, sir. Actually, that's my Buick.
Your Buick doesn't have a roof rack. This is my Buick.
How are we gonna fit in your mom's Buick?
Easy.
I like that new Buick.
Me too.
I was actually talking about that Buick.
I knew that.
Did you?
Buick's fresh new lineup is full of surprises. Celebrate the new year with Buick. Now pay no interest for 72 months on most Buick models.
The new Axe Ice Chill is here. So whoa, 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 liking machine? Cool down and lower your skin temperature by 11 degrees with the new Axe Ice Chill body spray. Because you know, you're hotter when you're chill.
My experience with USA Air has been excellent. They really appreciate the military family, and it really shows.
With all that USAA offers, why go with anybody else? We know their rates are good. We know that they're always going to take care of us.
It was an instant savings, and I should have changed a long time ago.
It was funny because when we would call another insurance company, they would say, oh, we can't be USAA.
We're the Weber family.
We're the Tennies.
We're the Hells, and we're USAA members for life.
Get your USAA auto insurance quote today.
Next season on Fansville, presented by Dr. Pepper.
Our top recruit just decommitted.
More drama.
You've got fumble fingers.
More romance.
You can have any tech girl you want.
No.
More rivalry. More tailgates. And more Dr. Pepper. No, like really, really dramatic Dr. Pepper. Yeah, like that. Much better. Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville.
You're living in. Take a look around. At least you got friends. I call my old lady.
The new Capital One Saver Card. Earn 4% cash back on dining and 4% on entertainment. Now when you go out, you cash in. What's in your wallet?
Sonic's $2.99 Car Hop Classic. A juicy quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a flavorful signature slinger with golden brown crispy tots. A deal so nice, you should order it twice, because it's only $2.99. Hurry in for Sonic's Car Hop Classic.
Takes on USC. We've still got 3:53 left in the SEC, though. As you take a look at the game, reset both teams, 2 timeouts. Florida's got the possession arrow and the ball.
Well, who wants to be great, Brad?
Yep.
That's what it's going to come down to. Who's going to make a play, a shot, a defensive stand?
Florida's freshman point guard Andrew Nembhard on the top against Victoria Woolridge.
Trying to get Kayvon to look.
He got a look and he got a 3.
Yeah, they were working that from the beginning. He started in the middle of the floor under the basket and was coming off screens both sides and got just enough space to get a clean look at the 3.
Kayvon, 3 threes today for his points, and that was a big one. Back to a 7-point advantage. 12-0 run now for the Gators, and Georgia hasn't had any points in 6 minutes. Underneath, Claxton, and they stuck it on the rim. The foul will be on Keontae Johnson.
Excellent execution on the call play. He's going to get right out over there. And Nembhard's got his eye on him the whole time. Just a little brush screen, forced Hightower to go up high. Boy, you really want to lock and chase a shooter like that. You don't want to get caught trying to cheat it. And Florida made him pay.
Especially a senior who's been there, done that so many times. Claxton had missed his last 2 free throws, hits that one. To try to get it back to 5, Nick Claxton. 2 good strokes there. 9 points and 8 rebounds for Claxton, but he needs help from his friends with 3 minutes to go.
Georgia's been pretty good defensively, but they've gotten hurt on the offensive glass this half. Got to make a stand and then finish it with the defensive rebound. Oh, good. Oh, there he is again, Kayvon Allen.
He thought about it.
Yep.
Here's Hayes inside, blocked by Claxton, and then Claxton's fouled by Johnson.
I think Kevarius Hayes was undecided there, Brad.
A little bit of no man's land.
Yep. Then he pump faked himself right into a block shot. But again, good presence by Willridge to help out Claxton, and that allowed Claxton to come in from behind.
Well, he hit his last 2. That one in and out. Rebound off to Johnson. 5-point game, 2:45 to go. Nembhard on top, works it around to Allen on the other side. A runner with a left hand. Come on.
What a shot.
Kayvon Allen saving the day for Florida right now as we approach 2 minutes.
And that's what you expect your seniors to do. Come up big when you need them most. 2 big hoops by Kayvon Allen.
Give and go, and Claxton couldn't handle it. Georgia throws it away.
How about Kayvon Allen? Looked off the defender and then with the left hand floater. Didn't know he had that one in his book bag.
I'm not sure he knew that. He'll be talking about it for the rest of the day, though, if the lead holds up.
Yeah, and expect them to come right down again and try to shake him free. The last couple of half-court possessions, it's all worked through Kayvon Allen.
Turtle Jackson trying to play around the screens to stay with him defensively. Those 2 are running all over the place. Now the feed inside. And a whistle and a foul as Johnson got good position and got the feed from Allen.
Well, the Gators have elected to ride Kayvon Allen this time. He doesn't get the shot, but he gets it to Keontae Johnson inside, and he's able to draw the foul. Good work by Florida here.
This is Johnson's 2nd free throw attempts of the day. Missed that one. There's the foul trouble situation. Most of it is on Hudson right now with just 1:41 to play. It may not come into play unless Georgia can come back from 7 down right now. Got the 2nd. Well, the young guy making his first start of the day has done a great job of it and has given Florida an 8-point lead.
At Buffalo Wild Wings, pitchers of beer are $5 for the playoffs. Playoffs? Are we talking playoffs? Yes. Come for the playoffs, stay for the $5 select pitchers at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I will never leave my bed again.
The absolute best.
With over 35,000 5-star reviews, it's the mattress people can't stop talking about. Now on sale. Visit Casper.com for details.
Adam Zucker, New York. Number 2 Michigan has now lost for the first time this season. Wisconsin's defense making huge plays. There's your exclamation point. 64-54. Virginia, now the nation's lone undefeated team. They're at Duke tonight. Ness and Clark, back to you.
Wow, they're going to eat some brats in Madtown tonight on State Street, Zook, with that upset by Wisconsin. We were just talking about Michigan last night in between our practice sessions. And
yeah.
You're impressed with them. I have been too, but.
Hey, conference play is always difficult.
Exactly.
And the Big Ten, much like the SEC, very deep. No easy games on the schedule in either conference. Georgia's defense by Florida.
Yeah, Georgia hasn't had a field goal in so long they don't know what it feels like right now. They still don't. And now Florida's got numbers, but Nembhard wisely pulls it out. He knows the clock's in his favor. So's the scoreboard, and a quick foul by Claxton.
Very impressive last few minutes by Florida because they can hang their hat on the defensive end of the floor.
Yep.
When they've got a lead or it's close, they run their stuff, and Kayvon Allen has come up big with a couple of buckets and a pass that led to a point. And now it's about slow walking and milking it to the finish line.
Rimmed out free throw. Hammonds clears it off. Georgia's got to worry about how quickly they can score now, if they can score. The up and under won't go, and the rebound comes off to Florida, and they're just going to hold on to the ball. Claxton trying to steal it from Locke, can't. And we're at 1 minute. And now the double team almost paid off. Everybody goes to the deck. And Florida got a timeout called on the floor. Just under a minute to go. Gators by 8.
Hey, Daryl, would you choose the network rated #1 in the nation by the experts or the one awarded by the people? Correct. You don't have to choose, because...
Oh.
One awarded by the people. Correct. You don't have to choose, because...
Oh.
Switch to the network awarded by RootMetrics and JD Power. Buy one of our best phones, get one on us.
Bring your friends, bring your family, and bring on the flavor. Try Zaxby's Boneless Wings Meal, tossed in our new Caribbean jerk sauce. Or customize your meal with any of our other 9 delicious sauces. Zaxby's.
AC clash, Cincinnati and Wichita State next. And then we'll go out west to the Pac-12, UCLA and USC a little bit later on. Brad Nessler, Clark Kellogg here in the SEC with less than a minute to go between Florida and Georgia. Florida had a 10-point lead at halftime. Georgia came storming out in the second half on a 17-7 run to tie things up and then to subsequently take a 5-point lead of their own, 48-43. But Florida has kept its poise. They're #1 in the conference and #11 in the country in scoring defense. So when they only give up 62 points a game, and Georgia has enough trouble scoring on their own, and they've only got 50 right now, all you had to do is hit a little bit of offense and then be cool.
You explained it exactly right. You just need a little O to go with excellent defense, and that's exactly what happened in the last 6 minutes of this ball game after a tremendous second half surge by Georgia to get back tied and actually took a 5-point lead.
Yep. They got it up to 48-43, but now they've gone 9 minutes without a field goal.
Yep.
And the time has almost run out on them to have a comeback win here at home. Where they are 7-2, coming off a loss to Kentucky Tuesday, and now another one. They played 3 of the best 4 teams in the SEC coming into this, and now they're going to lose to Florida, it looks like.
Then they get LSU, right? Is that next? Yeah. And there, LSU has won 6 in a row. Tigers starting to play really well. They host South Carolina tonight, does LSU. And how about the Gamecocks? Frank Martin and his club.
Always
4-0 in league play. Well, this guy's come up big. I think he may be the first guy to scratch double figures in this game.
He already has.
Yeah.
He's got 11.
Yep.
He's the only guy double
right.
figures.
That's what I thought.
And he's right about on his average. Left the door a little bit open for Georgia, but they need points fast.
Real fast.
And a block shot is what they got on the other end instead. Claxton got it back.
Look at this defense by Florida.
They are swarming.
They really are. It's been that way pretty much the whole game.
It's like you're throwing raw chicken in a swarm of Gators right now because they're chomping away defensively. And Georgia's pulling it out, and they don't need to waste any time here. Harris is one guy that knows that. I just don't know if he can get a shot to go. That one did. But it's going to be a little too much. Too little too late, it appears.
They'll take care of the ball, get it in bounds.
Still a 2-possession game, though. 22.
Yep, and knock down a free throw or two, and the Gators get out with the win.
They need a steal right here, big time, Georgia. For a Florida turnover of any kind. They get it in the right hands, though. Kayvon Allen, best free throw shooter in Florida history, is going to go to the free throw line.
Well, he probably missed his one for the day.
That's true.
Yeah,
he did.
I mean, you think about the percentages when a guy is 86%. He doesn't miss too often.
86 on the season and 87.3 career before that last miss that Clark's just talking about. Georgia fans are crossing their fingers that the percentage drops here, but it won't. 12 for Kayvon.
This will be 6 straight. Well, it is 6 straight now in double digits for Kayvon Allen.
And he's only 3 points away right now from hitting the 1,500 career point mark. He'll become the 14th Gator in history to do that. He's probably going to wait for his next game, although he might get another chance here in the last 10 seconds. Florida wise to just dribble around. Locke fouled by Harris. Well, over 10,000 were here. This is the second of 6 consecutive sellouts at Stegman Coliseum. So they get the crowd into it, and they had them into it, especially when it was 48-43. But they're going to fall to 9-8 and 1-4 in the conference. And Florida's going to go to 2-3 and 10-7 overall. As Locke showing, unlike freshman poise, he's played that way all day today.
He's been rock solid really all season long. Knight starting to find his stride offensively, but energy and defense has been there from the beginning. He's got a maturity about him that you don't see in a lot of first-year guys.
That's for sure. Long three, in and out, rebound put back up there, and Georgia drops a 10-point decision. Ironically, they were behind by 10 at halftime, came back to take a 5-point lead and end up losing by 10, 62-52 here in Athens. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports, home of the 2019 Men's National Championship. We'll send you out to Game 2 of our triple-header between Cincinnati and Wichita State after these messages.
First tattoo?
Yeah.
Relax, amigo. It's gonna look okay.
Only okay?
No worries, boss. I'm one of the tattoo artists in the city.
Aren't you supposed to draw it first?
Stay in your lane, bro.
Just okay is not okay, especially when it comes to your network. AT&T is America's best wireless network, according to America's biggest test. Now with 5GE. Plus, buy a Samsung Galaxy S9 and get one free. Only at AT&T.
Best tailgate, brisket.
No, real football y pollo asado.
Hoops and wings. Dude, subs.
Hot dogs.
Chili dog.
No, Dodger dog.
It's gotta be crawfish.
Now you're talking. Burgers.
7-layer dip. Ribs. No contest.
Hummus.
What?
You need a hot grill.
And an ice-cold Coke.
Of course.
Football and Coke. Come on.
It's got to be Coke.
Game day.
Race day.
Calls for Coke. You know it.
Grab yourself a Coke.
It's Tailgate 101.
Sunday, join James Corden for a special late show with Chris Pratt, Elizabeth Banks, Will Arnett, and Drive-Thru Drive-By with Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson. Sunday after your late news. These celebrities are moving into the Big Brother house. Game on. Season premiere CBS Monday.